Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, you are definitely welcome. Please watch my other videos and don't forget to subscribe before you leave. If you've been here before and if you've been watching my previous video, thank you so much, and I hope you are subscribed. If you are not, please do so that you don't miss any videos that I upload. Even though I've not been consistent recently, but I'll get to uploading videos once a week as soon as I can. I hope you subscribe and stay tuned. So today we are going to be talking about the things that I wish that I knew when I was younger. Today is Sunday and it's my birthday week. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm really excited. I'll be turning 25 on Wednesday. By the time this video goes up, it's probably be Wednesday. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the things that I wish I knew when I was younger. You know, it's kind of like a letter I write to my younger self when I was growing up. Those times that, you know, you feel like everything is just going wrong. I just wish I knew certain things. So let's get right into the video. So the first thing I wish I did when I was younger was to live outside the box. So I wished I was a little more adventurous, not in a bad way though. So growing up, I was confined into a box kind of. I went to boarding school that was really like a formation house. For those who don't know what a formation house is, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like those kind of schools that are run by religious people. So I went to a school that was a formation house for Reverend Sisters. Shout out to every January graduate there. So that was kind of school I went to. So it kind of, and it was I went to secondary school at a stage in my life where it was like a formation stage in my life. So every single thing that I am now was as a result of that stage of my life. So I was confined into like a routine kind of life, you know. There was time for everything, time to speak, you know, all those kind of things. I was confined into that box. So even after secondary school, after I left secondary school and went to university, I still lived a routine kind of life. I still imbibed that culture in me. There were some things I did not even think of doing. If you knew me in the university, then you should know what I'm talking about. I was so straight, you know. I don't regret it now. In fact, that's the kind of person I still am. There are some certain things I would not even do just because of the kind of person that I am. I wish I made a little more effort in making and keeping friends. So I really don't have so many friends around me. I just wonder what my life would be like if it would have turned a different way, if I had like a network of people around me. I still don't even know how to make friends. I learned not to overstress myself about things. You know, as humans, we want to be in control of every single thing that happens to us. You know, we want to be in charge, even though we know we cannot control situations that happen to us. So we stress ourselves out all the time. I am a crybaby, so I cried a lot. I cried every single time. There were times like I would want to give up. There were times that I questioned God. All those silly things that we did when we were young. I wished I knew like not to overstress myself about things. You know, those decisions that we make, whether good or bad decisions that turned out, you know, there were just so many things that I wish that I didn't stress myself over. So I would say, do not stress yourself over the things that you cannot control, because if looking back now, I realized that every single step that I took, every single thing that I did then brought me to who I am today, and I do not regret who I am today. So I wish that I learned like at a very young age not to overstress myself over silly things. You know, at that point I understand that at that point you feel that is like the end of life. You know, you feel like it is the most important thing that is happening at that time. But now looking back, I realize how foolish I was to think that life would have ended if a particular thing didn't happen, or if a particular thing happened the wrong way, you know. So I wished I learned at a very early age not to overstress myself about rubbish, because looking back now I realize how silly I was for doing. The next thing on my list, I wished I acquired a skill. I tried several times though, but it really did not work. I was passionate at one point about tailoring. I actually started, but I didn't go through with it because of school and all. So I wish that I continued. I wish that I acquired that skill and did the things that I was passionate about. I wish I did not procrastinate learning anything. I wish that I had taken out time, you know, to concentrate on the things that I love. I wished I had acquired that skill. Tailoring, I mean, I would have been better off today with it. I wish that I pushed my limits. I am a kind of a safe person. I'm not very adventurous when it comes to anything at all. I just stick to the things that I'm used to, and that is how I am now. So I wish that I I think that it was because I didn't do certain things while I was younger, so I see no reason why I should be doing them now that I'm old, kind of. So I wish that I had experimented a lot. I'm a kind of person that just sticks to the things that I'm used to. I don't go outside my comfort zone. Exactly. So I wish that I had done things that were like totally different from the things that I believed in. So there are very few things that I didn't do that I wish that I did when I was younger, that I didn't know that I wish I knew while I was younger. There are few because I am older now, you know, I'm the wiser, and I know that every single thing that I didn't do, every single thing that I did, every single decision that I made are what brought me to where I am now. They are the things that made me who I am now, and I do not regret who I am. Even if at that certain stage of my life I felt like I should have gone a different route or done something differently, right now I do not feel that way any longer. So I do not regret those things, and in as much as I would, you know, have loved to do the things that I've mentioned that I didn't do, there are certain things that I am grateful that I knew when I was younger. Those experiences taught me so many things that I knew that I held on to, that helped me through life, you know, that made me build who I am, that made me understand myself more, that made me, you know, bold, kind of. So I'm grateful for those experiences, and some of those things I would mention. So if you're in a stage of your life when where you're still discovering yourself, I hope that this helps. One of the things that I'm grateful that I knew when I was younger was to speak up for myself. So I've always been a shy and introverted person, but I have always spoken up for myself. I am that kind of person that I don't know, I can't stand injustice. It's just not like I don't understand it. So every single time that people would want to probably ride me because I was a quiet person, or they think I was foolish, I have always stood my ground, and I've spoken up for myself, and people have learned not to mess with me in certain stages. So I was grateful that I knew that even if, you know, I do not like to speak up in public, or, you know, be the center of attention, I have learned not to take shit from anybody. I learned to speak up for myself really fast, because I realized that nobody would defend you as much as you would want to defend yourself, you know. So in situations where I'm not comfortable, in situations where I feel that I'm being overlooked, in situations where I feel that it doesn't work well for me, I speak up. I'm not afraid, you know, to speak my mind. I'm also grateful for the fact that I learned how to be myself from a very early age. I learned really early to be myself, and I wasn't really a kind of person, you know, that saying where they say show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. It doesn't really apply for me, because even with the kind of friends that I have, I still kind of am myself. I do not let my friends or their decision influence my life, no matter the way that they are going. If it is not something that I agree with, I do not bother. Every single thing that I did while I was young, I did because I wanted to, not because my friends were doing. I knew the value of being myself, so I have always been my own person, not being influenced by people's decision or the society. So I'm grateful that I learned to be me, and it made things easier for me, you know. I was just not into the whole peer pressure thing, so it made uni a lot more easier for me to go. Having said all that, I recognize that who I am now is a product of every single mistake, every single decision, every single thing I did not do is a sum of who I am now. I do not regret who I am now, so there's no how I regret those decisions in the past. If I was to like rewind my life, I don't think I would have done anything differently. I'm really thinking about it now, and I doubt if I would have done anything different. I am in love with my present self, and I do not even see myself being somebody else. So if I decide to rewind, I don't think I would have done anything differently, and I'm looking forward to the rest of my life. I cannot wait, you know, to see what the future holds. I believe that God is in charge of my life, and He allowed all those things to happen for me for a reason, and I cannot wait to see what His plans are for me, and I'm looking forward to the rest of my life. If you're a young person watching this video and you are at a stage of your life where you think that everything is just going left, I I hope that this video helps you to keep, you know, focused. Just keep doing everything. Just keep doing everything that you are doing, you know, a step at a time. I keep saying that thing. It's like my go-to advice for everybody that comes to me for advice. Every single experience that you're going through now, every single heartbreak, you know, every single failure, they are building you to the person that you want to be. And if you do not learn the lesson that is intended at that stage of your life, I don't think you will pass through it. Be patient with your journey, and one day you would break through. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, you know, and don't forget to subscribe before leaving. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.